Hey everybody, what's up? My name is Robert Thompson. You're okay? Good boy. Um, Coming to you with probably my last video of 2021. Not 100% guaranteed. I may come with something else, but it is the week of Christmas, so I want to say Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy New Year, whatever you celebrate. For me, it's Merry Christmas, so Merry Christmas. This video I wanted to do not only because of what I have here for you guys, and I hope to inspire somebody out there to kind of follow suit as I have been, but halfway through next year when I hate life and something's going wrong, I want to be able to look back on this video and know for sure that it's going to be okay. Because right now life is not going the way that I had expected it or hoped that it would. And it's going to be okay. I know that. Something always comes up. It's going to be okay. But what I have here is a vision board, and I'm going to put that up for you guys to be able to see on screen as frequently as I can. But basically what a vision board is, from my understanding, is just a list of things that I will into the cosmos to happen. Not just hope that it happens, but do what I can to actually personally make it happen. It reminds me of, The Secret, which was big when I was in college and stuff like that. But yeah, let's get it started with the first thing I have. I do have 2021 still listed on here as I just put it together today. Finish the script that I'm working on. The slasher script. I did tell the producer that it would be to him this week, so I'm trying my best to get it done and get it turned in. Again, one of the last recordings I made, I expressed my frustration because I've reverted back to my old ways of writing scenes and sequences that happen here and there, and then I go back and fill it in later. And it's just, I feel like that's the way my brain is working through this one. I'm not sure why it's working through this one that way. But yeah, ultimately I need to get it done and get it turned in. That's going to give me enough finances to get caught back up with what I need to get caught back up. Next on the list, the rest is for 2022. That one is just, like I said, I told him I'd have it to him this week, which is still 2021. The next one would be lose 50 pounds. When I came out of the hospital after the stroke, I was at my lightest that I had been since I was into boxing and stuff, like 202 pounds. And I felt great, and I went back up to I think I run like 213 now, and I've weighed in at the doctors that I know like 220. Either way, I went in the wrong direction, and going from that high note of 220, I'm still aiming to lose down to 170. That's the goal, and I need to make that a goal again. I need to remind myself that I'm not that old, that losing weight is still possible, and I need to care about my health again. Next on the list is I want to direct and get back into directing. I've made a good amount of money writing this year, but it's not enough to live off of, and that's the goal. I want to direct at least one feature film that I didn't write personally. That's the goal. The next on the list is, I didn't set a specific amount, but I want to make more money in this coming year than I ever have before. I do know that last year, before the COVID outbreak, I was due to make close to, if everything panned out, like $200,000, and that was going to be enough to pay off the house and so on and so forth. I'm not saying that's how much I want to make. I just want to make more than I have before. I feel like it's due. I have put enough hours and enough days, weeks, months, years into writing and filmmaking and so on and so forth that I can make a good amount this is associated with losing the 50 pounds. I would like to, at some point next year, run a half marathon. And this goes out to my new co-creator and new friend, Michael Delapaya, who is one of the two most healthy individuals that I know. I hate running. I always have. And I don't, since the stroke, my right side is a little bit behind to my left side. I'm not sure how it's going to go, but I do hope with the losing weight and going to the gym and stuff, I slowly get my right side back. And with that, I get back to where I was running. And even though I hated it, I used to be able to do a good amount of it. I would at least like to get back to that point in this coming year. So we'll see, but run a half marathon only because I know a full marathon is asking a lot of my body, only because I haven't trained it in the last couple of years. Also with the losing weight, get diabetes. I do suffer from type 2 diabetes. My doctor did ask me to get that under control. Now that I have my seizures under control, for the most part, that's the next step. I don't expect to get them to the point where I don't have them anymore. I unfortunately am as close as addicted as you can call it to sugar and carbs. I eat a lot of bread. I eat a lot of rice. I eat a lot of pasta. I do. And I'm not sure how much I'll be able to change that, but I'm going to try. But just get it under control. Check it more often, check it more frequently. I know they have my A1C checked every so often. Just get it under, I think it's at like 12 or something, my A1C is. I am working on plans and goals to try and shoot a documentary, ideally feature length, about my experiences having the stroke. And not only my experiences with getting to the point I am now with recovery, but improving from here and hopefully getting to a point where I don't. My goal is to get to a point of recovery where if I tell people I had a stroke, they wouldn't even believe it. So I have no intention of having a second one ever again. I know that having one is related to my diabetes. So, and as I said, I'm getting that under control, but also high blood pressure. And I'm working on getting that under control as well. But I feel like a documentary would be good for a lot of people. Joining, there's Facebook groups and other groups out there and stuff that I've joined. And one thing I read consistently is just people losing hope. And I did too. Before they got the seizures figured out that I was suffering, I was having, upwards of 20 or 30 of those a day, and I was done. Just the interference that comes through and still does. So we have to figure out, the right dosage of the medication and stuff like that still. But I get their feeling of being lost and being walking dead and all of that. And I still feel that way sometimes, but I am reminded that this too shall pass. One thing, Tom Hanks says in a clip from the actor's studio, just sitting around talking to his fellow actors and stuff, is that one thing he's learned over the years is that this too shall pass. If life's going great and life's perfect, that's going to pass. You're going to run into hardship at some point. And if life is awful and not where you want it to be, and basically last year for a lot of us and this year for a lot of us, that too shall pass. And I feel like working on a documentary to share my story will help others tell theirs in a way. So I hope. The next one will be a difficult one within a year, but I am hoping, something comes along. But the next one on the list is to pay off the house. I had hoped to do this before my father passed away. I was going to pay off the house with what I had anticipated making last year and handing him the deed and saying, this is what I did, this, knowing that I accomplished this. And the final one, somewhat related to that, I want to keep all of my bills up to date. They are not currently, because I've taken so long on the script and I've gotten behind on my income that my bills have fallen behind, and I've gotten to a point where I'm living off of credit cards and trying to find work and hope that, the pay and new jobs come in. Like I said, I'm not where I want to be. So financially, I'm treading water, trying to catch up. And when I do catch back up, I hope that I do not fall behind. Hey, buddy, you okay? Yeah, I'm almost done. I hope I do not fall behind again. I do not anticipate or plan falling behind again. So not only do I want to pay my bills up to date that I've gotten behind on, but to keep them up to date moving forward. So that is my 2022 vision board. I hope that it inspires some of you to at least set one goal. If nothing else, just set one goal for yourself in the coming year. That is what you feel attainable. It doesn't have to be extreme. It doesn't have to be like mine of paying off my house or anything like that. But a goal that is attainable. Maybe a job. I'm sorry, I forget the term. Maybe just getting a raise at your job or something along those lines. Absolutely attainable, but set one goal for yourself or your family or something that you feel is attainable for yourself in 2022 and just go for it, whatever it is. I believe in you. I believe in myself. There are times like yesterday, I went to see Spider-Man for the second time, and I started to feel a seizure come on, and I got very frustrated because I'm taking medications to keep the seizures from coming on now. And so I had a very bad day yesterday. Today's not like that. I was getting to a point yesterday where I was willing to make very bad decisions, and I have to remind myself in those moments that I am extremely talented at what I do. I do have a lot to offer people, and it sucks that I had a stroke, and it sucks that I'm suffering what I am now. But the other thing I read in those groups and stuff is not only people that lose hope in themselves, but also you have a lot of people that find hope, that find goals and attain them and go past them. And some of them, it takes years to work past them. But that's inspiring to me, and I try to remind myself that just because I've had some bad luck this year, and maybe I should have died. Maybe I should have, but I didn't. And I feel like that's a gift, not a curse. So any of you that watch this in any groups that I'm a part of, know that you are not a curse. You're not bad luck. Your life isn't bad luck, and your life isn't meaningless. If you're still alive, there is hope for you. Again, I wish everybody a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and Happy New Year's. It's been a very long year for all of us.